All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and salutations to the Yakim out there laboring of the hopeful elect, that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I think the idea of buyer's remorse is pretty much settling in on the masses of the people. You know, um, we're having unexplained deaths that's going on. You know, pretty much young, able-bodied people are perishing. You know, there's no explanation given. You know, for the person, the cause of death. You know, it's something that they can't even determine right away. It's something that they have to explore and look into, or maybe it may be something to where it's just suppressed. But nevertheless, you have a person that's you know, one day they're healthy, then they pretty much are hospitalized and perish, and the next week they're pretty much buried, and they still haven't gotten to the bottom of the cause of death. You see, there's a few people, you know, that hit the headlines pretty much this year. You know, we're halfway through, more than halfway through 2023, and we're starting to see, you know, that taco sauce, you know, rear its ugly head, you know, via expiration date. You know, now everybody's, you know, body, you know, pretty much operates differently, and you know, where one person's immune system is stronger than the others. But nevertheless, we're starting to see this more often, you know, and it's really had me thinking because pretty much people from the world that I know and co-workers are suffering from you know, kidney problems. Okay, two people in particular that I know are very well. You know, one person pretty much, you know, I told him about this truth a long time ago, and he was very skeptical of it. You know, and then you know, fast forward to like 3 years ago, you know, I told him about, you know, that pretty much that taco sauce, and you know, but you know, he didn't want to hear any of it. You know, he had his mind dead set on him and his household, you know, getting remedied, so to speak. You know, uh, you know, he's pretty much into the world. His family is, and his wife, you know, she's you know, pretty much she works in the judicial system, so she was pretty much mandated to partake, you know, in that covenant. You see, but now we're starting to see people having that buyer's remorse settling in, because I'm pretty sure for the masses of the people, if they can all do it again, you know, they pretty much would renege on it. Okay, they would pretty much do things a lot differently than they have done. You know, and it just goes to show you, you know, you trusting in the strength of Egypt, you know, and that's what is going to be the demise of the people, man. You know, this is Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. You know, it's pretty much, you know, you have a broken staff or a stick. You know, you can just picture it just snapped in half, and pretty much you know, splinters coming out, and you know, and if you lean on it, you pretty much it's going to pass through. You know, that's how you are basically trusting in a broken staff or reed. You know, because this place is pretty much morally and spiritually broken, man. You know, and the financial part of it is crumbling as well. You know, but this place is broken, man. And to trust anything that this place would try to give you on a silver platter, you pretty much are going to get past with it, man. You see? So that's what's happening with the masses of the people. And I think that pretty much it's going to continue, man. You know? This thing has a expiration date on it, so to speak, man. And people are all of a sudden coming up with complications. people that are pretty much willing their, their best parts of the years of their life, so to speak, should be health wise, all of a sudden now pretty much hitting a brick wall, so to speak. Complications are coming up out of the blue. Before the taco sauce, they pretty much was their body reacted a certain way, but now they pretty much witnessing differences within their everyday living, man. Where their everyday living is pretty much being compromised, man. You see, but that goes when you trusting in this place, man. All right. From there, let's go to Isaiah 30. Let's see. Let's start at 30 and 2. And speaking about the children of Israel, pretty much in how we're trusting in oppression. And when you have that oppression, you're heading a vice, you are still taking advice from the person that's applying the pressure. And pretty much, Isaiah speaks about this, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Because pretty much the sun is setting on this place, and to right now, in the fourth quarter, to pretty much wholeheartedly trust this place is pretty much going to be your demise, man. So it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Right, because this man is pretty much falling, man. Okay? You see? His strength is pretty much diminishing by the day. Okay? We're seeing pretty much what's going on in the earth. And we're seeing how the nations are pretty much mad because they pretty much drunk at that cup. So now, pretty much, alliances are being formed. People are straying away from this man and his petrodollar setup, man. You see? But it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, in the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Because you refuse to lean on the Lord, you refuse to take heed to what's really going on. Our people still think they got a friend in this damn man. Okay? You see? Our people are always looking for some type of validation from your oppressor, man. You see? Okay? See, and this man wants to get mad when you don't want to trust in anything that he has to offer, man. You see? Okay, because it's gotten you Jakes nowhere. You see? You Jakes is still going to be on the bottom. Okay? You're still going to be in confusion. You see? Okay? And it's set up to where you got your own people pretty much working up against you, man. Okay? You see? You people are going to never get ahead on just your own merit of your leaning on your own understanding, man. Okay? You see? The Lord set it up that way, man. Okay? Because you're not going to get out of the escapes of the curses or even judgment, man. For you people that are slated to be the 2/3, man. You're not going to get out of the judgment, man. You see? Okay? Let's go to, matter of fact, let's go back in Isaiah. I want to go to 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek their Lord, their power, man. And that's what it is, man. You're going to have to make a choice, man. You see? But you're trusting in this place because why? It's because, through the carnal eye, you see this place pretty much intact. You see it pretty much, prospering in some type of way. I don't know what they're looking at, but they pretty much see that they still have a chance in this place. You see? So they're going to go with the winning team. They're going to go with the one that's been winning. You want to go back 40 years, this man was still winning. You want to go back another 100 years, this man was still winning. So they would say, well, hey, listen, why go against that? You know, okay? Everybody's trying to get a piece of this man's pie, man, which is diminishing, man. You see? But it says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but he will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. You see? And you got a lot of our people that are pretty much agents for this man to help keep this man's system going, man. Okay? You see? These people are pretty much, especially in this truth, man, they have forsaken their first love, you know, of what the true, you know, workings of the Lord is, what his will is, you know, and pretty much they say in their mind, my Lord delayeth, you know, and don't have any faith to see that the Lord is going to make good on his promise, man. You see? So they pretty much are getting, you know, they feel like they're not getting anywhere by doing what they're doing, but they feel like they can get the best of two worlds. But this, what does the scriptures say? Okay, you cannot serve the Most High and mammon. And that's what a lot of people are getting caught up in, man. You know, it tells you the love of money is the root to all evil. You see? Okay? And you see what these evils that these jakes that are in the truth do. Okay? With this truth for the love of money, man. Okay, they want to change up the doctrines, you know. They want to go tell you to go down there and go take the sauce, you know. Okay, they actually are probably maybe mandating them to do it. You see, okay, holding it over the members' heads of the congregation, man, to go get it. You see, okay, you know, you have two main guys in these other camps that pretty much said that, man. You know. They pretty much were on board with going down and pretty much aligning themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, man. You see? Okay? But the Lord said that he will bring evil and will not call back his words, man. You see? So this is pretty much a done deal for anybody that's even helping to, you know, advance this man and his agenda, man. You see? But it says, now the Egyptians are men, and not the Most High, and their horses flesh, and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth, okay, the ones that helpeth, this man, you know, and you're guilty of aiding and abetting, okay, all right, that will be a serious charge in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, when he makes his return, man, okay, you're aiding and abetting this man to advance to what it is that he's trying to do. You see? Right? So it says, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail. They shall all fail together, man. You know? And whoever hopes in this place, man. Okay? All right? And not leaning on the Lord. You see? Okay? They pretty much are going to, you know, bow the knee, so to speak, man. You know? We could look at it spiritually as that was a test run, with that whole thing that went down 3 years ago, you know, and the test run for you know, ushering in the MOTB, which will be provided on a silver charger, you know, okay, to the people as a remedy for whatever turmoil will be going on at that particular time, man. Which is soon fast approaching, man. You see? Okay? From there, let's go to, I want to grab something real quick. Let's go to Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. You know, and that's pretty much going to be the demise of this man and whatever he has that he thinks he has going on. But pretty much the point is that through his policy, man, he causes craft to prosper in his hands. You see? And what is the policies, man? The policies were pretty much the mandates that were pretty much coming down the pipeline. You know, where people had to choose between eating and feeding the family, or pretty much, or risk getting fired, man, from the job. You see, it was either one or the other, and I pretty much think that when you look at these different departments, like the New York City, the police department, for instance, man, I think there's pretty much a bitter taste in a lot of their mouths because of the fact of that, they will pretty much have that held over their head. People did it against their will, against their, whatever their beliefs are, and they went on ahead and took it, man. But pretty much, you're seeing the working now of the buyer's remorse pretty much settling in, you see, and pretty much this would not be done again if they had to do it all over again, man. You see, but this man is basically destroying by pieces, destroying many. Coming as a friend with a remedy to the problems, to a remedy to the things that are pretty much are causing things to be chaotic. You see, he's coming with that golden solution, man. After the solution was caused by him to begin with, man. You see, so this is really going on the lines of, when you look at it spiritual as the segue into what they're gonna be presenting concerning the MOTB. You see, all right, it's not too far fetched from that. From there, let's go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 11. And this is what happens, man, when you trust in your enemy, man. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. This man's always looking to humble himself, man. And this is why Jake pretty much always falls for the okie doke, man. It's always being played the good cop, bad cop situation, man. So you think that people always say, well, I'm going to go with the lesser of the two evils. Basically that's what they say. But though he humble himself, okay, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shouldest know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. And pretty much, man, that a looking glass eventually, when you wipe it, eventually somewhere down the line, you're going to have to wipe that looking glass again to clear it out. Just as well as, and this is an analogy, as far as with this man, and that his rust has not been all wiped away. Because eventually rust does come back. Rust will rear its ugly head sooner or later. You see? The same thing is talking about this damn devil, man. Okay? Your adversary. You see? It says, set him not by thee, lest he have overthrown thee. And Jake has always set this man by him, man. When you want to talk about the civil rights movement, and that was basically an infiltration into the hoods, man. And to where you Jakes live at, man. Your neighborhoods were pretty much infiltrated, man. Okay, you never more relied on being self-reliant and dependent on your own businesses, and keeping the money in the community. You see? Okay, that was the guys. You see? Okay? So you people hit this man by you, and you were overthrown. Okay? What happened after the civil rights movement, man? Pretty much drugs flooded the neighborhoods, man. Okay, you see, when you want to talk about the late '60s, okay, going into the '70s, and then the next wave was with the crack cocaine, okay, the continuous flood, which destroyed a couple of generations, man. You see, but it says, neither sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. So this man is gonna pretty much sting you. Okay, you're gonna get pricked by this man by you playing to be on this man's level. He has no intention of putting you on his level, man. Okay, this man has it in his law books of you being 3/5 of man. Okay. And that sentiment still stands, man. You see? Okay? But it says, Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent, or any such as come nigh to wild beasts? You see? Okay? Who's going to pity a charmer that's bitten by a serpent, man? You see? Okay? Well, we're trying to tell you to come out of this place. The Lord said, man, to come out of her, my people, don't be a partakers of her sins. And pretty much this place will destroy you with the sword destruction, man. Okay? Our people are on the forefront of being advocates for whatever this man is rolling out, man. You see? Okay? You're guilty of that aiding and abetting, man. You see? But it says, so is one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? You see? You pretty much our people are so-called in bed with the oppressor, man. You see? Taking the bag and pretty much or going in and switching up doctrines, man. You see? Okay? It says, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Yeah, because he has to prop you up and keep you abreast until he sees you and basically has the opportunity to look upon your nakedness, man. You see? Okay? Because then when he looks upon your nakedness now, he can point the finger and say, look, see? I told you these people ain't right. These people have no type of structure to them. Meanwhile, this man is pulling the strings behind the scenes, man. You see? It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, right? You come on there, you come off the podium and tell you, this is for the good of you people to do this and take the taco sauce and pretty much, partake in what we got going on here because it's for your benefit, man. You see? Sweet words, man. But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. And that's all what they do with Jake is using Jake as a pawn to basically keep you in the pit. You see? Right? It says, he will weep with his eyes. But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So you got to watch this damn man. This man is not your friend, man. Okay? He's not your friend. Okay? And he's been set up to destroy you at the end of the day, man. Okay? Ain't nothing, we can say it more plainly than that, man. You see? It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. We've seen this time and time again. It's not even just here in Babylon. We've seen it all the time with a lot of these dark nations where this man, when adversity comes upon them, you find him there first. Because more than likely, he was the one that caused the adversity. He's the one that caused the unstableness, first and foremost, man. Okay? All right? But it's pretty much a guise to undermine the people, man. You see? Okay? He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. And, you got to remember, this man can change his countenance at the drop of a dime, man. You see? At the drop of a dime, this man can change his countenance, man. Because he basically suppresses how he really feels about you Jakes, man. Okay? And you Jakes are basically really have progressed into a bunch of brute beasts, man. You see? Okay? Who could blame them at the end of the day, man? Because why? It's because you people are just playing out wicked, man, and you fall into a category of a manufactured culture that you basically have this man craft for you, and you pretty much attach yourselves to it, and that you play that role, so to speak. Okay, I look at Jake as pretty much a bunch of followers and actors, man. That's what the man's personality, Jake's personality, has been diminished to in these days, man. You see? Okay. But now you are the byword in the laughing stock, so to speak. You see? Okay? The phone is being pointed at you, man. But right now he pretty much got you Jakes pretty much where he wants you, man. Okay? Whoever partook in that number, he reached it, and now, okay, this thing that we're speaking about, okay, that taco sauce is pretty much starting to reach its expiration date, okay? And it's going to pretty much expose people's way of living, man. Okay, it's going to compromise it, so to speak. Okay, all right. People are pretty much living much more differently now that took it than they was before they took it. You see, all right. Complications are coming upon these people, man. But that's the charm of getting bitten by that serpent, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Shalom.